Our Seatails guest today is Captain Paul McCauley of the National Boat Owners Association. I believe you're the Vice President, right, Paul?
That's right.
And could you tell us a sea tale, a true story that might save someone's life or have a little safety message to it?
Yeah, well, I have a sailboat now, and I have a partner. I've had the boat for many years, and my partner, he isn't as experienced as I am in the ocean, and we have one of these convenient roller furling foresails, which is it's a convenience, but when you get into any kind of heavy weather, they can become a problem.
Could you explain to someone that never touched a boat what it is? It's on a sailboat, the front sail.
The roller furling is the forward sail on the boat. Instead of lowering it, raising it, you can roll it up, and it rolls up right on the wire. And so you just roll it out, and when you're done with it, you roll it back in.
How's that done?
It's done by just little pulleys, and you can do it from the cockpit of the sailboat. But when you get into heavy wind, and you've got that big sail out, sometimes it jams up getting back in. And he was out on a cruise with some friends who were all non-boaters, and he was out between here and the islands, very close to Anacapa Island, when the wind blew up, which happens frequently out here. You'll be in 10, 15 knots of wind, and before you know it, you're in 25, 30 knots of wind. And if you don't anticipate it and get that sail in, you have a real problem in the heavy wind. He got it halfway in and it jammed. The system jammed, and he gave one of his girlfriend the tiller to sail the boat. Now he's in 25 knots of wind with 4 or 5 foot seas, and he goes up forward to try to unjam the roller furling system with no life jacket on, no lifeline, no nothing, with all amateurs in the boat. And when I heard the story after he'd come back, luckily he got up there. He did not save the sail. The sail was torn to shreds by the time he was done, but he almost fell over the side of the boat. Which
would have really been disastrous with amateurs on the boat. And I would assume he did not show them how to operate the boat or use the radio.
At that point in time, there wasn't enough time. Everything was happening so fast, and he made a couple of bad judgments, and luckily they all came through it okay. But had he fallen over the side, these people would have been up there with the sails still up,
just going
in 25 knots of wind, and he's over the side, and
they probably wouldn't have thought enough and quick enough to throw a life jacket over to him or anything.
Possibly, hopefully they would have, but even still, it could have been disastrous, and it was all because of a roller furling system and the convenience of it, but people don't understand the danger of it.
I would almost say, in part, obviously a lack of experience and training perhaps came into play also.
Right.
You know, not all the fault of the roller furling. What I always tell people and my friends is always have less sail up than you need. That's a good way to do it. In other words, take the sail down before you have to, because when you have to, chances are, you know, it's just too horrendous to try to do all that. And another thing, perhaps he could have just dropped the sail. It would have been a lot easier, right?
That's exactly what he should have done. Instead of going up there and fooling with it, he should have pulled it right back out, gone up there and dropped it just like a normal sail. It didn't even occur to him. And a lot of people, I believe, that have roller furling, it doesn't occur to them that
the sail comes off. Yeah.
You pull it back out. Instead of fooling with it, you pull it back out and drop it like a normal sail, and you're done with it. Instead of going up there and trying to monkey with it in 5, 6 foot seas and possibly hurting yourself or falling over the side.
I think another good point too, you know, because no one can be an expert. You just go out on the water and all of a sudden you're expert. You know, you're always learning. I don't know of an expert that knows everything. But I would say this, a good point when you're taking out friends is to show them how to operate the radio, how to operate the engine, you know, what makes the boat start and stop. As a matter of fact, I recommend to people that they, you know, go somewhere, get a video camera if you can, and tape your particular engine and your boat, you know, let people watch it. And then when they go out on the boat, before you leave the dock, show them all the stuff that they saw on the tape. The reason for that is they can watch tape 2 or 3 times the day before they go out or a week before.
Oh, that's true.
We're out of time, so I have to thank you, Paul. This has been Captain's Log. And remember, show those people how to work your radio and all that. And be safe. Watch Captain's Log.